back. Looking for a little more balance and harmony in your daily life? Well, look no further than your desk. Feng Shui expert Carole Hyder is here to tell us how this ancient art can actually help you get more organized and be less stressed. Hi, Carole.
Good morning.
We're going to talk about you a little personally this morning because we're going to go into your personal desk, which I think is in some ways maybe typical of a lot of the kinds of paper clutter that so many of us seem to get, even if you aren't in an office. Personal paper clutter that happens around the house. What is our desk supposed to do for us?
It's representative of being creative. Horizontal surfaces, by and large, are about creativity. So as they get more and more cluttered, you become less and less, you can't think as clearly. And so when you sit at your desk, of all places, you want to make good decisions, you want to have a creative spirit, and a lot of us sit at a desk and it completely overwhelms. You don't know where to begin. You've got stacks, you've got this, you've got that. And this year, around New Year's, I am tired of this. I am a Feng Shui person, and I have lots of projects, and I want to think clearly. And I go into that office, and it felt heavy. It felt, and even though, you know, people would look at my office and go, this isn't bad, it was bad to me.
Well, let's just see how bad it was, Miss Carole, because we have a picture of your desk. And now, that's your messy desk?
Well, it is, but you see, you have to know that some of those things have been sitting there for 2 months.
Oh, well, see, there is a really key thing. You're right. Where you're organized in piles, but the piles never change.
They never change. They would sit there and sit there and sit there, and I'd look at them and I'd go, oh yeah, and then I just sit it back down. And so sometimes, just from a practical standpoint, I'm working with blueprints, and I'm trying to roll them out. Well, I can't do it. I mean, I'd have to move all the stuff on my desk or try to pile it on the desk. And so it was this huge desk, and it wasn't functioning for me.
Okay. Now, this is the magic box. Tell us about the magic box.
Well, what I decided one day was to just take everything off, and I had to put it in something, so I put it in a box. I wasn't sure what was going to happen here. But I was sort of, you get to the point where you go, I don't really care, and I just swept it off and I put it in a box. And I thought, at least make it a nice box, not a cardboard box. And so I put everything in the box. I had some things that didn't go in the box because they were too big. So that sort of started this domino thing about I'll put it on the shelf on my bookcase, but then I have to move that to my closet. Yeah, I mean, it's just like some things, you know, sort of had to go. But it made me step back and realize I've got some stuff there that I don't need.
Now, what do you have in here right now?
My day. This is my day. So I will go home.
I'll hold that for you.
I will go home with my box, and I'll just start rifling through it. I mean, it is out of sight. But that's the good part, and I can contain it. I metaphorically put the lid on it. But then I will go in there and I'll start with number 1, and I'll look and see what needs to happen.
So this is the immediate stuff. So it's all categories.
Pretty much.
All topics. But this is the immediate stuff. It can sit there on your desk. You know, the box is what I have to attack. Now, once you took everything off your desk, we have some pictures. It looks a little forlorn and sad.
I was.
There's no creativity there.
And I felt unimportant.
Oh,
that was a huge piece for me. I felt like I don't have any work. I must not have anything going on in my life. And so I didn't want to put stuff back on. So I did. I took one corner and I just set up a little vignette. Just a small little, just very small, but it was like a personal touch. It's a photograph, and there's a little candle and a little vase, and that was all and I just did it until it was enough.
So you do need to tweak the experience. You clear off. You add back in. Maybe for someone else like me, it would be flowers.
It might be flowers.
As you say, a couple of pictures, but something that gives you energy. Well, you look organized today.
Well, you know, I had some immediate results.
Good.
I had immediate results day one. I had clear up your life in physical world and you get something cleared up in your other world. And it had to do with a printer. I was trying to get to print my book from India.
And it all sorted itself out.
Instant. It was like that first day I'm sitting at my big desk thinking, wow.
So this is worthwhile doing. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you, Carole.
I'm going to attack my desk a little differently now. For more information, log on to showcaseminnesota.com and click on the Tuesday link, Tuesday link. You'll find a link to Carole's website.